It's spinning. We'll eventually get there. And we are there. Hello, 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 and happy. Oh my God, what is today? Tuesday. Tuesday? Yes.
Tuesday, the 8th of November.
Yes, Tuesday, the 8th of November. How on earth did I not know that today was Tuesday is beyond me. But hello, 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 and welcome to anyone who is watching with us right now. In just
We
a
could
minute,
call it Trying Tuesday.
Trying Tuesday. Yes, we can definitely call it Trying Tuesday because that's how my energy feels anyway. And for those of you who are watching, and if you're watching from Facebook, you can comment. If you're watching from YouTube, you can comment there too. And of course, the Twitter folks. And I'll check in a minute just to see if we are streaming where we're supposed to be. But just really like to know how everybody is feeling today on physical, and emotional, or mental, and of course spiritual. And when I ask about the physical, I want you to really tap into how your body is feeling today, because working with many clients over the last couple of days, lots of clients have been mentioning that they are not feeling so great in their bodies. Their bodies are hurting. A lot of physical symptoms showing up, whether it's um, sinus and also coughs, whatever not. But all of that's related to Taurus energy anyway. I shared a post about that yesterday, letting you know that when you become aware and familiar with your astrology chart and what's going on collectively, you can better understand why certain things show up in your body based on the physical symptoms. And then it's not so weird when it does show up, and it's not like you have to necessarily rush to, as I like to call it, put a band-aid on it, such as if you're experiencing physical symptoms, rushing to take a Tylenol, Advil, or leave. Because the reality of it all is those physical symptoms show up because your body is trying to talk to you about something, and putting that band-aid on it doesn't necessarily really help. It does definitely makes the pain go away, but then it just means the pain's going to show up again at a later time with like what I call a vengeance. So pay attention to what your body is telling you, showing up as, and of course in this energy of the full moon. So now that I brought that up to the table, I'm going to have Kitty talk to you a little bit about this full moon's energy as I check in to see if we are streaming live where we need to. So Kitty, take it over for a moment.
So today is a what the farkle kind of day.
Well, a minute I thought you were going to go with that F word. I'm like, Kitty, where are you?
What the farkle kind of day.
What the fuck? I
And
like that.
honestly, for dealing with today, this day is about the full moon in Taurus. Is about the light shining upon your values, what stabilizes you, what gets in the way of all that. And it's an and a but, we have this amazing amount of Scorpio energy that is trying to help you change so you can stabilize. But what it is destabilizing feeling. So that is kind of why it's a what the farkle kind of day. And for those fixed energies, or wherever they are in your chart, that's Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio, they're used to being able to be the foot soldiers and get stuff done. And here we got all of this energy. And that's why it's a what the farkle day, because they're in a T-square with this energy, which just means it's not going anywhere right now. And we are kind of destabilized. There are truths that are arising. There are truths that are coming out on both sides, but it's going to take, and there's also a lot of hockey pucky that's coming forth too. And so it's going to take a little while to figure out where those truths are and what is someone's talking about what they think the truth is. This is a great day to be aware of your judgments. That doesn't mean fixing them, doing anything with them, but being aware. Like even on the day itself, saying something like, "What? This today's insane." Well, there's a judgment. Today's energy is difficult for me to deal with. Again, today is a great day to own it, and also practice gratitude. It's a practice, guys. It's nothing that sweeps in and out. In this kind of energy, practicing. All right, what am I grateful for? What is the values that I am seeing that I'm working on. I don't feel like I can go ahead and do anything because this full moon is looking at our money, our security, our values, how we change things to make them work for us, and it's going back and forth. And overall, a lot of the energies are completely held, not talking to each other or flip-flopping back and forth. When it's a full moon, the sun and the moon are the farthest apart, and so that means it's the whole gambit of, for us, it's the Scorpio and Taurus flip-flopping back and forth. What do I value? I got to be stable, but yeah, I've got to change, which, it's kind of going through that. And so it really is, again, destabilizing, but we're destabilizing so we can become more stable in our relationships, more stable in our communication, more stable. But, it's like cleaning out that closet. You have to pull the stuff out and then figure out what it is you want to put back in. And so there's a lot of hidden emotional energy flipping forth back, a lot of memories coming forward. And there's a lot there. It feels like there's imposed restrictions because there are, but part of that in this full moon is to shine the light upon it. Then we add that there's a lunar eclipse on top of that. And this lunar eclipse allows you to really kind of hone in and be aware of what's going on here. But what is it I need to give forgiveness to? What is it I need to? And so it's kind of looking at all of it. And this is a really busy period all the way until the 11th of doing all of these different things. I'm staying and keeping my voice purposely very calm because I'm aware of the energy that's like, like I have to go. No, this isn't the time. Joanne and I were just talking about this. It feels like it, and we are coming upon it within as little as a little over a week, but not at the moment. These things need to come. We've got to get all the stuff out of the closet first, out of the drawer, out of the house, so we can figure out what do we value, what do we want to hold on to, how do we simplify. So that's, and with a lunar eclipse, we feel these energies for a good 6 months beyond. So we're going to be looking a lot at this, but this particular day is very intense because it's in an intense time in our charts anyway.
Yes. And as I was sharing with Kitty before we came on, I had said to her that I woke up this morning feeling a little crabby. And I wasn't really sure to why I was feeling crabby, but when we were chatting, all of a sudden I got this message of why I was feeling crabby. And that crabbiness, and some of you might be able to relate to this as well, depending on where you are and what's going on in your chart. That crabbiness is about not knowing where I belong. And what I mean by that is, what chapter am I in right now? For those who've been following me, you know that in the last, 30 days, over 30 days, I've done a major shift in my life in regards to what my business looks like. And I like to say I was literally having a conversation with God a little while ago during my workout, saying to God that, hey, I did what I was supposed to do. I decided to shift my business from a brick and mortar and work from home. So now what am I supposed to do now? Where am I supposed to be? And then Kitty reminded me that, again, because of this energy that we are in right now, this is not a knowing period. This is really about pausing and
Receiving,
being ready to receive when it's time to receive. So if there are any of you out there who might be feeling a little bit like I'm feeling, use this energy to quiet yourself down, move your body. Because I know for me, moving my body allows me to gain access to the energy, the overwhelming energy. So when we do move our body, whatever energy that might feel a little stagnant within, whatever chakra it's showing up on, insecurities, doubts, fears, worry, anxiousness, the wanting to do something, but no matter how much you want to do it, it's not the time to do it yet. So moving your body is a really good way to get that energy moving out of you so you don't start to feel agitated or anxious. Now, I woke up this morning in that crabby mode, and yesterday, interesting enough, quite interesting emotions are showing up for me. Yesterday was agitated. So yesterday was agitated, today was crabby. And it's like, wow, quite interesting to be showing up. But
Mm-hmm.
but I still get up and get into my day because I do know that whatever those emotions are, whatever those characters are, they're not going to defeat me where I'm going to just say, you know what, I'm just going to stay in bed all day because I'm either agitated or crabby. No, I'm still going to get up. I reached out to Kitty today. We were supposed to be doing this on Wednesday, and I reached out to her today and say, hey, you know what, if you can and your schedule still permits, let's do this today, because I know that when I get into Kitty's energy and her and I have fun, that's a way to raise my vibration so I won't feel so crabby. And considering I just did my workout, I'm feeling a little better than I did before I did my workout. So my vibration is coming up, which is good. I'm happy to know that I'm not as crabby as I was before. But own whatever it is. And for me, I'm keeping a list of the different characters that show up for me. Like yesterday was agitated, today's crabby. Kind of curious to see what's going to show up tomorrow. And at the end of my week, I'll revisit, and then I'll start to recognize when all of this shifts. You were going to say something, Kitty?
I was just looking at the energies for tomorrow. Um, you know, and we have a blend of whatever your Pluto energy is tomorrow, working with at what time? Our Gemini moon at that point. And which is all about the experience and how we think and our communication. Meanwhile, we're going to have this Pluto energy that is about structures and stuff communicating with us. So yesterday, it makes sense to me you were agitated because yesterday was a day of feeling external blockages, because we had Venus squaring the vision of what we want to be. And, that's one reason why fixed energies are having problem. They're agitated because they can't get stuff done because they can't figure out what to do. It's not following their pattern because things are coming up. And then today, we're really looking at what do we value. And so I'm crabby about, oh my God, just, give me a moment. Let's make this go. It's hidden emotions. That's what's coming up this whole week is, yesterday when I was riding in the car, we looked at a place that we're going to rent. I was finding starting to get critical about nothing. And I'm like, okay, again, the question I've been asking people to ask them, do I really want to spend my cortisol level on this? Do I really want to follow this through? Because we're coming to this beautiful opening up period where we're going to look at our dreams, but we've got to get through like you said, as you exercise, you're getting rid of things, but you're also moving them through and picking up new energy to help sweep and change you. And you're sending your body a message. I am paying attention to you in the way I can.
Exactly.
And then we go to this amazing portal energy where the only things that are talking to each other that day are this. I'm even going to look at the time for sure. When that moon still is in Gemini, it's in. I knew that it was in conjunct. It's conjunct with our will. So that portal day is about the communication. Is about what are we passionate about and what are we willing to ask information. That portal day is an amazing day to put forth what it is you want to see, and always be careful what you ask for.
Yes. Yeah. And I love the way that Kitty just said what she said in reference to the portal. And when we add today's date, the overall energy of today, but before I even go into the overall energy of today, let's remind ourselves that we are in an 11 vibration month, which is really about how we can heal the relationships with ourselves. And everything that we are experiencing with the lunar eclipse, with all the different planets that are playing the game right now with us, helping us to really recognize the things that we're taking out of the closets, the drawers and whatever not, decluttering what is no longer fitting who we are becoming. That 11 energy. That 8 energy is about the abundance, recognizing what actual abundance is and focusing on where you have abundance as opposed to where abundance is not showing up just yet. Because again, where we focus on is what's going to grow. The energy is going to grow there. And then the overall energy of today is at 7, which is a really great day. Again, for those of you who might have woken up like I did, feeling a little crabby, it is a great day to sit quietly. Take a minute to reflect on the fact that you're crabby. And then ask yourself, do I want to spend my entire day in crabby? Or what can I do to shift that energy a little bit? And I give you permission, if you want to spend your day in crabby and utilize that character as crabby for today, by all means do so. I know for me, being crabby for my day doesn't really serve me because it brings along annoyance, because I get annoyed with myself because it's like, why the hell am I so crabby? Like, what's going on? So for me, it's like, I don't want to spend my day in crabby. So I do what I can to pull myself out of that energy to come in with a different vibration. So that 7 energy is giving us this ability to go quiet, reflect, meditate. And after all, I don't know, I'm sure many of you have had an opportunity to check out that moon from last night. Oh my God, that energy, that gorgeous moon, it was just a woo. And I'm sure it's going to be just as beautiful tonight. So get outside and sit under that moon's energy and start reflecting, as Kitty was just saying before. What is it that you want to see going forward? You get to create that because you are the main character in your book. You get to create what is going to take place going forward. You have the ability to create and visualize this into your reality. What was that, Kitty?
You are the hero of your own story.
Exactly. And if it, as I posted yesterday, I don't even remember my own quote, but I posted yesterday something about, if what's in your reality is not what you want, go change it. If what's in your reality is not what you want, go change it. You are the one that can change that if you want to.
I think one of the things that you said that's really important for people to hear is, yes, you woke up crabby.
I think I might.
Excuse me. Yes, you woke up crabby, but at the same time, you acknowledged it. And that's part of what we're learning to do, is let the judgment go around our emotions. We don't even have to name them. You felt it, you did something with it so that you can move it on. Because if you just sit there and say, well, I'm going to get rid of it. No, it's like Joanne said, it's telling you something. So let it tell you. It doesn't mean you have to make sense out of it. Eventually it will help you move forward. So I think it's great. You feel it, and then it allows you to say, I'm receiving this. There's something I'm trying to get from this. Then I can let it go. But if I fight it the whole time, it just finds a new place to go. So, oh, are you frozen? Did I leave the air? I'm not sure if Joanne's on the air. I think I'm by myself. Well, let's see what happened there. That was a blank. See, this is the kind of energy of the day that we're all having today. So we're just going to go with this flow. So, it's a very interesting week overall. Trying to get things done, thinking that we're supposed to be getting things done. And the energy is just asking us to wait, receive all of it, receive the crabby, all of the emotions. Don't judge them. You don't even have to name them. Oh, something doesn't feel right, but let me just feel, and maybe it will tell me what my next piece of that is. So I'm kind of hoping Joanne comes back on. I don't know if she actually lost her whole signal. So while we're waiting, I'm going to pull a card. Pull a card for her, pull a card for me, and see what's happening. Interestingly enough, I can't see the people that are on because she's the hostess, but it's left me broadcasting so I can see that. Anyway, the card I got was, my future isn't about my past. Life is only about now. Nothing that has ever happened has anything to do with now unless it is my now. I continue to think and speak about it. Fresh new thoughts today will always give me a fresh new experience. That's a wonderful card for today. All right, well, I'm feeling this. Let me feel it, but I'm not going to associate it with me solving something. I'm just going to be able to feel it. So I'm going to let us go to about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to say, well, so today, set your intention that I'm just going to be today and see what unfolds for you. I mean, I don't know if you've been following, but even the lottery today wasn't working the same way it's supposed to. Things today are destabilized. So here is a perfect example of that destabilization. Well, anyway, I'm Kitty, so I'm going to actually thank you all for coming, and we'll be catching up. Take care of yourself, and we're going to try to be back around the portal on Friday, which for me is a very special day, November 11th. And to all our veterans who may be watching this, thank you for your service. Take care now. Bye. How'd you do that?
I have no idea what the hell happened.
Well, you disappeared. I stayed on. I actually signed up, and then you signed back on, so it pulled me back in. So it is a destabilized day. Look, you guys just watched it.
Yes, I was like, well, she's still live, so hey, let me just see if I can get this back on. I have no idea.
I saw that you pulled a card.
I saw that you pulled the card. Yes, I'm like, okay, really now. All right. So, what card did you pull?
I pulled the card that said, "My future isn't about my past. My life is now, and nothing ever happened has to do with now unless it is my now. Fresh new thoughts will always give me fresh new experience."
Oh, I think that was really aligned with what we were saying before I got pushed off.
So, well, and it's just funny because today is about destabilization, kind of earth-shattering chaos. I was sharing with the people about the fact that the lottery was down, this biggest lottery ever, and we couldn't get the numbers this morning. So I know that there were people spending their cortisol levels on that, but it's like, really, if today you can kind of not engage in a lot of things, vote, do your civic duty, but let it all fall out. I could feel laying in bed this morning, this like, wow, I'm just going to feel whatever that is and not assign it to my life. So,
yes. And I just pulled the card.
It's 222.
Oh, look at that. And I just pulled the card at 222. Financial abundance. How appropriate, considering Kitty's just talking about the lottery. And it's 222. And when we talk about 222 as an angel number, it's have faith. Have faith that you're worthy. And I think there's a lot of this Venus energy as well, is you're worthy of financial abundance in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And to start seeing it as though it's already there. As I said before, reference to where your attention goes is where the energy is going to flow and grow. So utilize your third eye today as you sit in your meditation, as you sit quietly, and rather than focusing what you don't have or where you're not at yet, this is a great time to focus on where you are. And I love that the number 8 is right aligned with today's date.
Mm-hmm.
Such a perfect card for today.
Yep.
Financial abundance on the 8, all about abundance and balance.
And 222 is 6, the vibration of the year. So, and of course it's 11, but 222 is in that master number, 11, 22, all of those. So
yeah.
It's, it's quite it's a good day to just have a day.
Yes. And what I want to also bring up, and I want everyone to circle, and I'm sure Kitty and I will come together on that day. I don't know what day of the week it is, but the 22nd of November, 11/22. It is the only day out of the entire year, 365 days in our year. It is the only day that adds up to a 33. Minusing, of course, the 2022 energy. but it's the only day that adds to a 33. And it's a very powerful day. And leading up to that day, it gives you the opportunity to ask yourself, what are you willing to sacrifice? Because that 33 energy carries the vibration of being the creator, but also being someone that can sacrifice something so you can create something. Because we have to sometimes sacrifice something to create what it is we want to create.
I'm circling it too. It's a Tuesday.
Oh, excellent.
The sun enters Sagittarius.
Oh.
And the moon is in Scorpio. So it's the
I think it's a powerful day for us two to get together and play.
Yes, and I, Sagittarius is all about truth. It's all about travel, but it's about the truth of where we go in our life too, that kind of travel. So it's a good day, and it's exactly 2 weeks from today's energy.
Yes.
So this is a month where you will not be the same by the end of it.
Yes.
So,
yes, so take a good look at yourself in the mirror today to recognize who you are today. Write out all the amazing things about yourself today. So at the end of this month, you can come back and look in the mirror and see how you have transformed over the next 2 weeks.
And we talked about that we were sending energies ahead for this time a couple months ago, and I think the more of that energy you sent ahead, the more that the clarity, this is about as clear as mud right now. But interestingly enough, the veil itself is very thin, with spirits coming in and out, and that's what they're trying to do. Big silver linings are showing up, in the next couple of weeks and things. So it's pretty cool. And so, I was so glad we could jump on for this, half hour, 40 minutes today.
Yes. And I think the 2 cards that we pulled for today, based on today's energy, is sufficient enough. I don't think we need to really go a third.
No, because it's going to evolve through the day anyway.
Exactly. And I'm sure between Kitty and I, we might decide to come on later separately to share some more insight with everybody. This is like the news when we think about it. I like to think of this as the news. Like, how we have Channel 7 News, Channel 11 News, whatever the news channels are. This is what Kitty and I do. We bring the news of the planets to you so you can better understand why you might be feeling whatever it is you're feeling, and when to pause and when to go.
Yeah, this is really interesting. Very interesting. It's funny you should say that, because I was thinking of going live on Intuition of the Soul next, and just reassuring people, calm, just reassure yourself, just checking in. How's your day going? Today is, kind of that big observation day. So I think that's where I'm going to head.
All right. Well, then maybe
I'll see you tonight, though.
You won't see me tonight.
Oh, you won't?
Yes, tonight I will not be in our good old friend Joe Monkman's Spirit Messages and Energy Insight. For those of you who are not familiar with him and you would like to gain some insight, I highly recommend that you connect with him and learn about his amazing group, because it is just that. But tonight, I'm actually going to be traveling out to.
You're going to. This is the night you're going out to be on TV.
Yes, I'm going to be a guest on a show tonight, so I'm going to be sharing about astrology. So yes, doing more chatting about this energy.
So, well, that's good.
Yes. So,
namaste, my dear friend.
Namaste, everybody. Namaste, Kitty. Enjoy. Remember, people, stay calm. Recognize what you're feeling in your body. Move your body a little bit today. Rest your body. Honor your body. Love your body. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye for now.